Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. Today is Friday, and I do my challenge videos on Friday, where I ask you, the comic community, to show some of your best covers related to a certain theme. Last week's theme was motorcycles, and I wanted people to see some of the best motorcycle covers that I have in my collection. And the one that I always do a poll to see which one you guys like the best. And the one that won was Ghost Rider #1. It was actually really close. It was between Ghost Rider #1 and Marvel Spotlight #1, but Ghost Rider #1 won out. It was the best motorcycle cover, and I agree. This was my favorite of the ones that I showed. I recommend if you're interested in seeing more motorcycle books, check out last week's video where I show my best motorcycle covers, and some were pretty cool. Okay, this week's theme. Okay, so I gotta explain this a bit. So last week was motorcycles. The week before that was cars. Well, this, to keep into the theme of modes of transportation, I picked airplanes. So this is going to be best airplane covers. So I'm going to show a bunch of books that are really, really great with airplane themed covers. So the first one, and this is lower on my list because it is airplane, but it doesn't show the airplanes as well as I'd like it to show. But it's a really great one still. This is Wings. I believe Wings number 92. And I like good girl art, so I love these kind of covers where you got the sexy girl. I think this is a Bob Lovers cover. It's a great one. They're coming out of it looks like they're coming out of the bomber hangar, and it's just like they're hanging by a rope. Got the airplane underneath as well. Just a really great airplane cover. So the cool thing about Wings is obviously the theme for their comic was airplanes. So they have a lot of really great covers. And I just really like this one especially, maybe not for the airplanes, but because of the good girl art. Just the way she's flowing, like even her legs kind of flow, her hair's flowing. I think it's really a great cover. So that's Wings 92. Next one is another really great good girl art cover, plus airplane. And it's just, to me, it's one of those crazy ones where you got the airplane and the woman is attached to the propeller of the airplane. It is just such a crazy cover. And the caption is saying like that he's allowed to escape from the bad guys. These are the bad guys if he flies blindfolded. So he doesn't know that his girlfriend's attached to the propeller. And I just think that's such a great cover. I like these covers that have a bit of a story to them. So to me, this is a great airplane. You know, the rendering of the airplane is pretty great. And the whole synopsis around it is really great. So I really love this cover. This is one of my favorite covers, actually, for bondage covers. So there's that one. Airboy. Oh, sorry, I should say what that is. Airboy Comics number 47, I believe. Or no, nope, not number 47. I have no idea. I forgot the issue number on this. I always forget the issue. I believe it's, what issue is it? I'm going to guess 12. I'm not sure. I forgot what issue number it is. But Airboy Comics. I just love the cover. Sorry, I should really know the issue number. The next one is kind of a funny one. I love this one because it's so cute. This one, I'm going to take it out of the plastic because it's in the plastic here. But it is a really great comic. This is Air Pirates Funnies. And, you know, it looks like a cute little Mickey Mouse cover with the airplane. And he's like shooting, you know. But it's not. It is not Mickey Mouse. It is, so what happened was, what's his name? I'm trying to remember the guy. So basically what happened was somebody wanted to kind of rebel against Disney. And he basically made this comic as a way to sort of get into trouble with Disney. He deliberately tried to create controversy with Disney. And so if you look at this comic closely, you'll notice that Mickey has a very special cargo. It's dope. He's like carrying drugs. He's like a drug smuggler. And this is actually a cover swipe of another Disney cover. So it's just kind of an interesting comic because it is a parody of Mickey Mouse and not and all the Disney characters, but inside is like they're committing sex acts and they're doing drugs. It's like it is a really interesting comic, and one that is one of very high controversy around it. So it's kind of fun. So that's Air Pirates Funnies #1. That's number 7 on my list, or 8 on my list, I should say. Next one on my list is Air Fighters Airboy #1. And this is from Moonstone Comics. They produced a lot of these Valkyrie related comics. So this is Valkyrie, the character. And I just think it's a really nice rendering, not only of the woman, but of the airplane. And it kind of reminds me, I don't know, I had this, whenever I see this cover, I always get this Top Gun feeling. I always feel like it just reminds me of Top Gun. I'm not sure why, but it does. But it's interesting. Like, he's like, it's like a Nazi plane too. You got the little swastika on it. So yeah, it's just a very interesting cover. I just think it's really kind of cool cover with the airplane. So that's Air Fighters #1 with Airboy. So getting into it's number 7. Wait. Next one is Wings Comics. And this is just a really great one. You got the airplane flying overhead, and it's dropping a missile onto these guys below. I got to take it out of the plastic so you can see it a bit better. There we go. Okay, now you can see it a lot better. So you got the airplane above, and the guy's getting a bomb dropped onto them. This girl, she's in bondage, and she's like attached to a missile, and she's looks like they're gonna launch her off. And these guys looks like they're trying to rescue her, but they're getting bombed. So just so much kind of cool stuff going on in this cover. I just really like this cover. This is Wings Comics #91. So the one just before the previous one that I showed. And one more Wings. So I showed 91, 92. Well, I got to show 94 because it's another great cover. A really great airplane cover. Because it's got the girl in bondage attached to the front of the airplane. The airplane's on fire. And you got this other airplane coming in. It's like shooting at them. So just so much action going on. And you got even the guy in the cockpit, and he's got a gun. He's just so much craziness going on with this cover. So this is Wings Comics '94, and just a really great airplane cover. Just so much action going on. Now we're getting to the last 4 comics. That was number 5. Now we'll get to the last 4. And I don't think I can take this out. Okay, so this one is Captain Marvel, number 17. And it's just it's an early Captain Marvel. I think it's a really great one though, because the reason I like it so much is you got the superhero flying, and these airplanes are kind of chasing after him. I kind of really like that. They're shooting at him, and he's just flying. He's like doing his own thing. This is actually a really key comic as well, Captain Marvel 17, because it's the first time that the bad guy refers to Captain Marvel as the Big Red Cheese, and that's kind of his nickname. So it's kind of a cool book for that reason as well. So yeah, so really cool comic. Got the airplanes in the back. I don't know. I just really like it. Okay. Then we got. So the next 3 are all from the same artist. They're all from L.B. Cole, and he did a bunch of really great covers. I just really think this is a great L.B. Cole cover. This is Captain Flight Comics number 8. And it's just, you got the fighters flying in, get the plane at the bottom, you got them blasting this plane in the foreground, or the background, I should say. Just a really great L.B. Cole cover. I just, I like L.B. Cole's artwork, but I really like this composition. It's just the 3 planes, and they're all kind of coming together. It's just really cool. And you even got the little pilot guy up in the corner. I kind of like that. So this is Captain Flight Comics number 8. It's a Kia comic, actually. So that's that one. Another L.B. Cole cover. And I guess maybe I like explosions. I don't know. There's a bit of a theme going on here. This one is Contact Comics number, just without numbers. It's just the first Contact Comics. And it's a really great one. Always liked this, I guess, Spitfire, I think is the name of the aircraft. You can correct me. I'm not super familiar with all the aircrafts, but I think it's called the Spitfire, that have this kind of painted front where, it has the teeth. I always liked that when I was a kid. And it's just coming in and blowing up stuff, and you got all the airplanes down below. It's obviously they're attacking an airfield. And just you can see the action that they're kind of swooping around. They're kind of doing that bombing raid kind of style flying. So I think I just really like the composition. And I like all the different signals. These are all the different air signals, flag signals that they would do. So this is Contact Comics number, no number, it's just the first issue. Okay. And then we got another Contact Comics. Sadly, this one is in really rough shape. But I like this cover. It's just in really bad shape. It's kind of sad, actually, how rough this one is. This is another Contact Comics. Contact Comics, I believe, number 4 or 5. I forgot the issue number. But it's just a really great one. In terms of, whenever I think of World War II, movies where they would show the bombing raids or just the airplanes flying, I always think of this kind of composition where you got the main bomber plane and you got all these kind of support planes, that are there to protect it. I always like this. When they made the movie Star Wars, if you look at the TIE fighter fights, they actually based it off of, not this comic, but they based it off reels of World War II action. So again, it's that certain style, that pattern of the way the planes would fly, that is just kind of I don't know. I always not nostalgic, but I always feel like this kind of very this pattern just really makes me think about that time period, and I think it really captures that World War II air time. So I really like this cover. This is Contact Comics. So I think it's number 4 or number 5. I have to look it up. I'll look it up. So I'm going to post a poll after this, and you can pick which one you like the best. I will probably put all the Contact Comics together, so you can just pick, say, Contact Comics, and because they're all very similar. But those are the ones I really liked. And I hope you liked this video. And if you have airplane comics in your collection, you want to join in on this fun, please use the hashtag plane comic covers and Friday challenge, comic challenge. And if you use those 2 hashtags, everybody in the community can see your videos and see some of the things from your collection. And I will watch them, because I always watch everybody that takes part in this collection, this challenge. So again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.